How to convert drop-down selection field to a checkbox on your PDF. Many instances, clients have forms with checkbox selections that need to be made required when creating the form in Taleo Onboarding. In order to create checkboxes on your user-defined form, you have to use the field type domain of Boolean. Boolean type fields cannot be made mandatory, as it will require the new hire to select that option by default, which forces them to provide incorrect information. In order to resolve this issue, clients will create drop-down selection lists that can be made mandatory, and then will convert that drop-down list to the PDF as a checkbox. In this video, I will be using the W-4 filing status field as an example. As you can see here on my screen, I have opened my user-defined form for my W-4. Here is my filing status field. It has been made mandatory, and it is a drop-down selection list. If I view my associated PDF for my W-4 form, you can see that the filing status options are checkboxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to select to prepare our form so that we can get into the tokenization. If I double-click on my initial checkbox field, you can see that the field has property of checkbox. We need to change this so that we can convert that drop-down list on our user-defined form to a checkbox on this PDF. So I'm going to close out of here. I'm going to delete the default checkbox fields that were placed on my form, and I'm going to change those to radio boxes or radio buttons. So I'm going to select a radio button. I'm going to close out of the properties for now. I'm not ready to do that. I'm just going to resize it so it looks good on my form. All right, then I'm going to do another radio field for my second option. Again, I'm going to close out of the properties for now, resize it so it looks good on my form, and then do my last radio button. Add it to my form, again, close out of properties, and I'm going to resize it so it looks good on my form. So once I have all of my radio buttons on my form and resized as I desire, now I can begin setting them up. So I'm going to select my first radio button, double click on it. I'm going to confirm that it does have radio button properties, so it is a radio button. I'm then going to go to my user-defined form. I'm going to select the drop-down field that I'm converting. I'm going to go down to the binding field area in the property section, and I'm going to copy that binding field. I'm then going to go back to my PDF, and in the name, I'm going to copy in that binding field, just like you would do with any other tokenization that you do from a user-defined form to a PDF. I'm going to remove the /, replace it with a period. I'm going to check the read-only box. The reason why I check the read-only box is to make your form look cleaner. When you don't check the read-only box, when that form is saved and executed, it kind of shows that you can see on the form where the box was created instead of the clean look that you want on a PDF form. And for now, I'm going to select close. Okay. I'm going to go to my second radio button. And again, I'm going to use the same binding field information because we're leveraging the same field for this checkbox. Again, I'm going to check my read only. And let me just show you that real quick. If I close out of my edit, you can see here, for now, it's a cleaner look, but you can see for the one I hadn't done yet, you have that blue background and it's a little, it stands out a bit more. Okay. So I'm going to double click on my last one, again, paste in my binding field, replace the / with a period, and check my read only box. Now that I have my binding field updated, I can go in and update my selections for each one of my checkboxes. So I'm going to close or cancel out of my user-defined form because anything that might have shifted while I was doing my copy and paste, I don't want to save. I'm going to go into my user-defined selections that I would have created when I built my form. Here is my W-4 filing status list. So I'm going to take my first option, single or married filing separately. I'm going to go to my PDF. I'm going to go into that option on the PDF. I'm going to go to the Options tab. I'm going to say this should be a checkbox, and then I'm going to paste in that option. You want to make sure that you paste it in exactly like it is in Taleo. If there's any discrepancy, whether you're putting in the wrong case, you have extra spaces, you have a period, but there wasn't a period on the user-defined form selection, then the system will not render that selection. So I'm just going to check. You see I have extra spaces here, so I'm just going to clear out those extra spaces, make sure all that looks good, and then I'm going to close. Again, I'm going to do my second option. I'm going to copy that option from the system, and it's better to copy it than try to type it in, because then you can ensure that you have copied that information exactly as it is in the system. Again, from my Options tab, I'm going to select Checkbox, and I'm going to paste in my option. Make sure I don't have any extra spaces, and then I'm going to close. I'm going to do my final option, Head of Household. I'm going to copy that in, go to my PDF. On my Options tab, change it to a checkbox, paste in the option, make sure I don't have any extra spaces, and select Close. I'm going to then save my PDF and close out here. You can see now these are showing up as checkboxes. Once this PDF is uploaded into my W4 document and executed, what will happen is the system will take what the new hire has selected in the drop-down list on my electronic W4 form, and it will convert that to the appropriate checkbox based on what has been selected on the form. Thank you.